Hi everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to create an interactive content within Wallboard. Now, I'm just going to be showing off very basic interactivity, mostly through using other widgets. And what I mean by that is, we're not going to be using these interaction widgets that you see down here. These can be used within interactive contents, but mostly what I want to do is see how we can interact by pressing some of these widgets such as text, image, and shape, because most often these are used for button presses and, let's say, interactive menus. So what I mean by that is, jumping from page 1 here, our home page, to page 2 by just clicking the page 2 button. So to show this off, what I first need to tell you to do to prepare your content when you first create it, to basically have it be interactive. And what I mean by that is, we're going to remove the automatic sort of transition from page 1 to page 2, because if you create a content and create new pages, it's just going to automatically have you go to the next page after the duration you see here. So in this case, it'd be 15 seconds, go to page 2, 15 seconds, go to page 3, and so on. So we want to disable that, and how we're going to do that is by going into our page properties, and what we're going to have to do here is turn off automatic. So you can see it was saying, our next page is page 2, and automatic, automatic page scroll after the delay, and that delay would be the 15 seconds. So that's going to get rid of that. So what we next want to do is, now that we've got that disabled, what we want to do is we want to come over to our content properties, and then if you scroll all the way down, we have this return to default page, or default option. And if we enable that, this is going to allow us to basically have our content go back to its main page after there has been no interactivity. So what I want to do is set that to 15 seconds. And then, so let's say I jump to page 2 here, and I don't want to, I don't want to stay there. What I can do is have this option enabled, and then I'll just go back after 15 seconds. So now that we've got that set up, what we can do is we can start making some of these page sort of transitions by pressing these buttons here. So let's go ahead and demonstrate that by clicking on our page 2 widget here. It's just a text widget in this case. And what I want to do is I want to scroll over to the other properties. Now, once I've done that, I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom where it says interaction, and I'm going to click on the click type box. This is going to give me a drop down where I can select jump. Jump is going to allow me to jump to another page. So what I want to do is select the page I'm going to jump to. In this case, it's already at page 2, so we're good to go there. To test this, let's go ahead and save, and then preview. And now if I click page 2, it's taking me to page 2. So we're going to wait here for about 15 seconds, and then you'll see that the page is going to automatically go back because of that content property we changed. So next thing I want to demonstrate is how we can use our pop-up action. So what I'm going to do is click on another text widget that I've just already have say pop-up. And what I'm going to do is come down here to the interaction tab again in my other properties and select pop-up. From here, I can enable things such as show a close icon, interactive. This is basically going to allow me to interact with widgets inside of the pop-up page. And I can also choose my own custom icon for the close button. So we can change other things here, such as the pop-up width and height. I'm just going to leave it at 80. And then you can also set the duration. So if I select the pop-up page here to pop up on the home screen when I press this, it's going to only stay up for 10 seconds. So let's go ahead and set that up. Looks like we're already going to jump to pop-up here, so we should be good. So let's go ahead and save, and then preview from current. And now when I click pop-up, we have our pop-up that appears. So the next click type I want to mention is going to be our navigate click type. This is going to allow us to basically navigate to a whole other content. So if I click on new content here, I'm going to go ahead into our other properties and scroll all the way down to where it says interaction again, and we're going to click on navigate. Again, navigate is going to allow us to jump to another content, so we're going to select a content here. I already have one called Interactivity 2. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. And now that we have selected, when I press this, it's going to go ahead and take me to my Interactivity 2 content. The only thing that is a caveat about this is that you'll have to make a button press in the other content to get back to your original content. Unfortunately, you can't just have it automatically take you back because you're in another content at that point. So what I can do is I can click the save icon and we can test this out here. Now if I click on new content, I have some text here that says I have jumped to a new content. The last click type I want to mention is our actions click type. Now, actions are going to transition us into a more advanced tutorial, but actions are basically for doing multiple things upon interacting with a widget. So in this case, I'm going to click on page 2, and again, we're going to go scroll down in our other properties to the click type tab, and we're going to click actions. But now we have to press edit touch events, and this is going to take us into a new panel here. From here, we can add new actions to be taken place, and what we want to do is click on the action type. So I'm gonna click here, and this is gonna give me a bunch of different options. But in this case, I want to jump to another page, and then the text that says whatever page that is, I want it to animate. So we're gonna have to do 2 actions here. So I'm gonna do jump to, and then we're gonna select this other one here, and this is gonna be animate. So where do we want to jump to? We want to jump to page 2. And then again, we want to animate the widget on page 2. So let's go ahead and select the page 2 and then the widget. And then from here, let's just have it do a random animation. There we go. And I can click save. So again, let's go ahead and save and preview. And if we go ahead and click on page 2, there we are. So that's going to be it for this tutorial on basic interactivity. If you have any questions, please send us an email at sales@wallboard.info. Thank you and see you next time.